All right, Tara, Eric, and Jose. So this is your assignment number 3, and this is assignment number 4, the creativity exercise. And I'm making this video to give you some kind of a feedback on assignment number 4. Now you did good. I mean, you have some good points that you raised, and and I want to commend you on that. But still, you missed the point of assignment number 4. So therefore, this video trying to explain things to you. I have homework number 3 open. This is where you did the quality model. So you looked at renovation cost, flexibility, durability, user comfort, maintenance, schedule, energy, and you're looking at some of the renovation items. Now, so I want to look at these items here, okay? You're like additional items to consider: quality, efficiency, sustainability, durability, cost, compatibility, availability, and return on investment. Now, assignment number 4, you were asked to do a creativity exercise. So creativity exercise, and you started here saying, system identified water conservation savings. So your goal here is to figure out some creative ways to save water. Great. You jumped in some of the systems as hot water on demand, low flow toilet, dual flush toilet, low flow faucet, etc. I mean, you're not wrong with the submission, which kind of made it hard for me to say, okay, you're off, but you're not. But you missed the creativity assignment. So I'm going to give you an example first, and then I'll tie it specifically to your work. Creativity exercise calls for thinking outside the box. For instance, we have stairs. The job of stairs is to get us from one flat to the higher level and get us down. But what if, instead of having stairs, I would use a ladder to get me up, and then like a fireman pole, to get me from the level above to the level below? Would that suffice? You see, if all I needed is to get up and down, having a ladder would get me up and down, and if I wanted to get down fast, I can use the fireman pole, and I didn't need to have stairs in place. So creativity exercise calls for you to think outside the box. For instance, if your job is to save water, you said I use low flow toilet, which is very practical, but anybody who's been on a construction job site have seen the porta potties, or if you go to some of the events or a rock concert or something, the porta potties, do they have water? Or you just go in there and use the toilet and you don't use water at all? Think about those who have RVs, right? So do you really need to have water to flush the toilet? So creative system maybe have a whole system in place where you don't need water, full stop. You see, that would be a creative solution. If I wanted to heat the water, do I really have to just have a water heater? Can I use, like back in the old days, can I use some wood and heat the water in some kind of a container, Would that suffice to heat the water? It does. So that's why I have the model here, the quality model. So what was your goal? See, and I'll go to the summary here. You wanted something that was flexible, you wanted something energy efficient, you wanted something that is durable, you wanted something that was efficient with water use, comfort for the user, requires some maintenance or limited maintenance. It was safe, it was aesthetically wise, it was healthy. So now we go back to your toilet that does not require any water whatsoever. Is that durable? Is it comfortable for the user? Does it require a lot of maintenance? Is it aesthetically pleasing? Does it require a lot of innovation? See, this is where you start thinking along those lines. Now, you went directly to a lot of practical things and you came up with a list of hot water on demand, low flow toilet, low flow toilet, a dual flush toilet, and etc., which are probably all very good ideas, and applying all of those 10 would probably, like you mentioned, result in a saving of water, which is great. That could be your final recommendation. But for the creativity exercise, you take one item, one at a time, say hot water on demand. And you say, how can I get hot water? Well, I don't know if on demand should be there, but hot water, if hot water on demand is your goal, then keep it that way. And then think of ways to get that hot water on demand, being creative about it. I don't know if you read chapter 6 in your Del Isola book. I mean, this talks about, gives examples of the creativity exercise, and they show you that there are 6 dots, and to draw 4 lines that go through all 6 dots without interrupting. So once you start drawing, you cannot remove the pen, right? So you got to continue. And you realize that as an engineer with very structured mind, it's finding it impossible to draw 4 lines that go through, connects all the dots. But you give it to a kid, it does not have a problem going outside of the dots, and you'll see that the kid can actually do that with much more ease. So creativity exercise calls for thinking outside the box. Instead of using low flow toilet, could you just use, like I said, porta potties? Would that suffice? Would that solve the problem? To shower, do I really need to have a shower with low flow shower heads and whatever? Can I use a bucket and, like in the old days, or if you've been in the woods on a picnic? I mean, what is your goal? Clean body, right? How do you clean the body? You don't necessarily need to go through a shower to clean the body. So, I mean, I'm not trying to gross you up, but so you see, you have to be creative and say, okay, well, how can I achieve that goal? Anyways, I'm confident that you will revisit this. I mean, what you've done here is very good, but it's kind of more towards conclusion kind of work, okay? So I'll go back, because you have 10 different items here. It's made it a little bit, I mean, I know I asked you for 10 things, but the 10 things I was thinking of, like to save water or to reduce water, we were thinking, for like the toilet itself, think of 10 different ways to eliminate the toilet and still achieve the function. So one of your friends wanted to do a fence, and it was easier to explain it with a fence. So what is the goal from a fence? The goal from a fence is to keep people outside, or keep people inside, or the animals inside, and then to provide some privacy. So you see that the basic function was provide privacy and keep the dog inside. So if I wanted to keep the dog inside, I could think about creative method to keep the dog inside without having a fence, simply by tying the dog on a leash. And I don't need to have a fence. And to create some privacy, maybe flower beds, or put an advertisement panel in your front yard, and they'll do it. You see, like I can rent it and I can make money off of it. I wish I thought about this when I was making the video for your colleague, but I just came up with this one. So for you guys, you have to think about the primary function. Primary function is to clean the body. Primary function would be to save water, okay? And then you say, okay, if I want to clean the body and the idea is to clean the body, then how can you clean the body without having a shower in place? And then you say, okay, well, if I want to save water or reduce water consumption, then you start thinking of ways to, again, substitute water, with something else. That would also save you water. So, I mean, it can be a crazy idea, but then you just go back and you say, okay, well, let's go one at a time. So if I say I don't need to have a shower to clean my body, then I start looking at whatever like idea I come up with. Say I want to use, I don't know, clean my body with wet towels. That's it. Okay? And then I'll say, does it require any renovation cost? Then no. Was it great? Does it offer you flexibility? I betcha. Is it energy efficient? Yes. Is it a long-term solution or durable? Is it water efficient? Obviously, yes. You're using no water. Is it comfortable for the user? I mean, I don't know. Rate it. Does it require any maintenance? Is it safe? How does it affect the schedule? Is it healthy? You see, maybe it's not that healthy. It would cause irritation for the skin or something like that. So then you start rating that particular idea based on those quality model that you have developed previously. Okay. Again, what you've come up with are very feasible solutions. They're not crazy at all. Therefore, they're not very creative. Yeah, I hope this helps. If you want to talk, I'll be happy to talk to you as a group or one-on-one, if you feel you need more information, how to structure this exercise. But the idea here is for you to go back, build on number 3. So basically, kind of what you've done also is similar to number 5. Okay, assignment number 5 calls for you to take now some of those ideas that you developed, say like I showed you with the hygienic towels. And instead of showering, you use the hygienic towel. And then you say, okay, well, how does it rank? And also, number 5, you're going to have to go say, which one is more important to me? So you come up with the coefficient. Renovation cost versus flexibility. Renovation cost versus energy efficiency. Renovation cost versus durability, etc. Flexibility versus all the others, And then you come up with a score. So some of those will get higher coefficients, say 10, some others low coefficients. And then you take that idea and you give it a score. And then how you decide which ideas to keep. And I suppose that those 10 ideas you came up with would be the result of number 6, basically. But you kind of jumped the gun on it and did it in number 4.